Two things we know for certain after the Steelers' 20-12 win over the Kansas City Chiefs in Week 16, they will play in the postseason for the first time since after the 2011 season, and they'll play the Cincinnati Bengals in Week 17 for the AFC North Championship. With Steelers Film Room and Behind the Steel Curtain, I'm Neal Coolong. The Steelers were able to defeat the Chiefs through an outstanding defensive performance, timely offensive plays, and excellent execution on both sides of the ball. These are the 5 key plays in which it helped the Steelers defeat the Chiefs in Week 16. The Steelers like to get rookie wide receiver Martavis Bryant involved early in games, and that's exactly what they did against the Chiefs. Very much like the Cincinnati Bengals game that they played in Week 14, you're going to see Bryant here isolated in single coverage, and Ben Roethlisberger is going to notice it. He's going to put it up deep to Bryant, and this is going to go for a 44-yard gain, bringing the Steelers down to the Chiefs' 35-yard line in the 4th play of the game. It's really very simple pitch and catch, but the timing of it is key because the key to this game really was jumping out to an early lead. The Steelers stalled inside the red zone, had to settle for a field goal, but those points would become important as the game went on. Bryant would strike again for the Steelers, drawing a holding penalty on a 3rd down pass into the end zone in the Steelers' most successful drive of the 2nd quarter. That set up a 1st and goal situation in which the Steelers went to their workhorse back, Le'Veon Bell, who really had a tough time gaining yards in this game, and this touchdown run is a great example of it. As you can see, Bell's going to get the ball, and he has nowhere else to go. He has to basically push David DeCastro along with the guy that DeCastro is blocking to get into the end zone. It was a hard-fought 1-yard touchdown run, Bell's 7th of the season, and it put the Steelers up 10-6 with about 4:22 left in the first half. This game was not about Le'Veon Bell or the Steelers' offense. This was really about the Steelers' defense, and they're going to show you why in this 4th and short situation. Andy Reid and the Chiefs elect to go for it on 4th and short despite being in field goal range late in the first half. They're going to give to Jamal Charles. He's going to try to go right off the side where Lawrence Timmons and James Harrison are sitting, and they're going to team up to knock Charles backwards and not give him anything. The Steelers are going to take over, and that's going to give them the ability to kneel the ball out at the end of the first half and take a 10-6 lead into the locker room. Play 4, more Steelers defense, more young Steelers defensive players making plays. This time it's going to be the rookie 2nd-round pick Stephon Tuitt. And what's most impressive about this is look how far Tuitt's going to go. From where he started, he's chasing down the backside of the play. And Jamal Charles is going to hesitate for a second, think that he has a lane, but Tuitt is going to lay the wood to him, and it's going to knock the ball free. Now, whether he was down or not, whether his knee was down before the ball comes out, they went to replay, and the call on the field stood. Now, was he down? Doesn't really matter. Steelers got the ball. It was a huge momentum-shifting play, and it ended up being the most important piece of the Steelers' victory. The fact they were able to get another turnover, and they were able to make a big splash play when the team needed it in the second half. The Steelers are going to capitalize on that turnover, going down the field the hard way. 3 targets for Antonio Brown on this drive. He catches 2 of them, including this 3-yard touchdown pass from Ben Roethlisberger. But on the play, he gets leg whipped. As you can see, the Chiefs defensive player go down, bringing his leg up when Roethlisberger is moving off to his left. He takes that shot right on the knee. His knee appears to bend back a little bit to the point where Roethlisberger left the field after the play. He was able to return, and it appeared that he still had the mobility that he had prior to that, but it's something to keep an eye on as the Steelers head into a critical Week 17 game against the Cincinnati Bengals. That's 5 key plays from the Steelers' big win in Week 16 over the Kansas City Chiefs. That's 3 consecutive wins for the Steelers, and it breaks a streak of 2 consecutive seasons without the postseason. The Steelers will play the Bengals for the AFC North Championship in Week 17, and how else the AFC playoff picture is going to fall around that is anybody's guess. Everything is up in the air except for the fact the Steelers are in the playoffs. With Behind the Steel Curtain and Steelers Film Room, I'm Neal Coolong.